The Amityville Horror, a name synonymous with chilling terror and paranormal phenomena. But is it just a chilling ghost story, or is there something more to it? Today, we're peeling back the layers of this infamous case. We'll examine the chilling experiences of the Lutz family, the claims of paranormal activity, and the enduring fascination with the house itself. But we'll also be asking the tough questions. Was it all just a case of mass hysteria?
Amityville is a picturesque town located on Long Island in New York, USA. Its name is derived from the word amity, meaning friendship. However, the events that unfolded in the house at 112 Ocean Avenue have gained notoriety and fame, thereby overshadowing the serene reputation of the town. The house itself stands as an emblem of horror, arousing the morbid curiosity of people worldwide. It is important to note that the story of the Amityville Horror is one of the most debated and controversial cases of paranormal phenomena in recent history. It is a narrative that continues to captivate the minds of the curious, skeptics, and paranormal enthusiasts alike. The legend of the house began in the early 1970s when Ronald DeFeo Jr., the eldest son of the DeFeo family, murdered his parents and 4 siblings on November 13th, 1974. It was a night shrouded in mystery and terror. Ronald claimed that he heard voices compelling him to commit the heinous act. The trial that followed revealed no definitive evidence of such voices. Ronald was convicted of the murders and sentenced to 6 life sentences. Following this, the Lutz family moved into the house in December 1975. The family consisted of George and Kathleen Lutz, and Kathleen's 3 children from a previous marriage. It was reported that the Lutz family experienced a series of unexplainable events in the house, which eventually led them to flee the premises, leaving all their belongings behind. The Amityville Horror story was popularized by the book written by Jay Anson, published in 1977, just 2 years after the Lutz family's experience. The story of the Amityville Horror begins when George and Kathleen Lutz, a young couple, purchased the infamous house at 112 Ocean Avenue. The house, known for the tragic events of the DeFeo murders, is available at a surprisingly low price. George and Kathleen, enamored by the house's grandeur and history, decide to make it their new home, despite the house's unsettling past. From the moment the Lutz family moves into the house, strange and terrifying things begin to happen. At first, the occurrences are subtle. The children develop imaginary friends and begin to experience vivid nightmares. However, as time progresses, the disturbances escalate. George and Kathleen start witnessing inexplicable phenomena: doors slamming shut on their own, furniture moving by itself, and strange odors permeating the air. George, in particular, is affected the most. He becomes increasingly irritable and begins to notice a marked decline in his health. The paranormal occurrences seem to center around a hidden room in the basement. George discovers a locked door in the basement that does not appear on any of the house plans. When he manages to force the door open, he is greeted by a hidden room. It is here that George experiences the most intense and disturbing events. During one terrifying night, George is tormented by demonic entities. He feels a powerful force trying to possess him. He recalls feeling an oppressive weight on his chest and seeing a grotesque, pig-like entity lurking in the shadows. He manages to free himself from the entity's grasp, but the experience leaves him shaken. As the disturbances escalate, the Lutz family reaches a breaking point. Their once happy home becomes a nightmare they cannot escape. They begin to witness a series of haunting visions. Their family pet transforms into a vicious monster, and their children are possessed by malevolent forces. Fearing for their lives, the Lutz family decides to flee the house, leaving all their possessions behind. The story ends with the family departing Amityville, seeking refuge from the horrors they experienced in the haunted house at 112 Ocean Avenue. The veracity of the Amityville horror story has been heavily debated over the years. Skeptics argue that the Lutz family story is nothing more than a fabrication designed to profit from the notoriety of the DeFeo murders. They point out inconsistencies in the Lutz's account, such as the lack of evidence to support their claims, and the fact that the family members' stories often contradicted one another. Additionally, investigators who examined the house after the Lutz family's departure found no evidence of paranormal activity. Despite this, the story of the Amityville horror continues to capture the public's imagination, spawning numerous books, movies, and documentaries. In conclusion, the Amityville horror is a chilling tale that has intrigued and terrified audiences for decades. Whether the events that transpired at 112 Ocean Avenue were the result of a malevolent force or simply the product of human imagination, the story of the Amityville horror continues to be a source of fascination and debate. As for the Lutz family, the trauma they experienced in the house would haunt them for the rest of their lives, leaving an indelible mark on their psyches. The events at 112 Ocean Avenue would become a cautionary tale, a reminder of the dangers of delving into the unknown and the potential consequences of disturbing forces beyond our comprehension.